Hey, yo, show me DJ Whobeta tapped in. Midwest Connectz Radio, Connects DJs. Shout out to everybody. Midwest Connectz, Midwest Mixtapes. We gonna get this thing going though. We international with it right now, all the way from Windsor, Canada. I hope I'm saying it right, man. All the way from Windsor, Canada. Over 7 million views. Let's get them on. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you for tuning in right quick, man. So, how is life on the other side? Like watching being not from America, but being like on the other side of like just watching America from your front door. What is that like?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's like the crazy experience ever because we get best of both worlds. Like actually, me personally, I'm half American, half Canadian. My dad's from Detroit, so you know, being a Canadian, going to Detroit, you obviously notice the differences in both countries. But as you get older, you realize it's the same thing. It's nothing different, right?
So what's the perception? So I know a lot of times with different countries, they either love America, like you right across the way. So what's the perception out there in your neck of the woods, and how did that play into you just being right across the window from America?
The city that I'm from, Windsor, we're like 5 minutes from Detroit, so we have a lot of culture, Detroit's culture in my city, like from our fashion to the way we make music. Like everybody has buffs, right? That's a Detroit thing. Um, just the music, the culture, everything all together. Um, yeah, just as a heavily influence on Windsor, Ontario. For sure.
Okay. Now another question I want to get into before we get into your music. Um, it says you're heavily influenced by Drake, which makes sense because he's from Canada as well.
Mhm.
Kendrick Lamar had dropped that "They Not Like Us," and he said a line in there that I felt like all of Canada should have just been upset about. He said, "You ain't deserving." Who left? He said, "Yeah, such and such left. You ain't deserving him either." What's his name? Was it D? Not D Rose. What's the basketball player that left Toronto and went back to LA?
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, they say yeah he left. Yeah, the Rose left. Yeah, he ain't deserved that either. You didn't take that personal. Like you basically that was a diss to all of Canada. Why you ain't ride for him like that?
Hey, to be honest, I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that. But nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy how DeMar gonna do us like that. He been rocking with us for so long, and then our boy just going he gonna go back home on us.
I mean, Kid Lamar said, yeah, D Rosen left y'all. Yeah, he said D Rosen came back home and did not deserve him either. That was a diss to Canada, man.
Yeah, that was that was yeah. I honestly, yeah, that bar went over my head, but yeah, Kendrick's crazy. He's coming out the
Yeah.
whole country. Dang, what we do?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to find out. What did y'all do? I mean, I see what y'all did to Rick Ross, man. Um, y'all got Rick Ross, but yeah, y'all shut a couple of them shows down. But moving past that though, you've been doing music for a while. It took off in your 10 years where you started to progress, and now we here 7 million views later. So, what's
Crazy.
the feeling like getting your? What was your first like? What was your in your mind? What was your first milestone to let you know that you was pretty good at this? Was it that first million? Was it the first 100? What was your first milestone that you knew gave you that momentum?
So I'll say it started in like different stages. I'll say because after doing this for so long, you definitely have your moments where you get discouraged, right? But it's actually crazy because the very first song I dropped, it was a track called Real Life. I dropped it from my city and it instantly went viral from Windsor to Toronto. I had Detroit playing it. So right then and there, I already had it on a smaller scale. So I knew I could do it. I just gotta whatever I did in my city, multiply it by 10. So
Okay.
yeah, so basically I had my city going crazy and over the years it built up and yeah, that's when I knew I couldn't stop then. So hard work got me here.
So you opened up for a lot of big names. What was your first? What was your first big show? And who was that with? And what was the experience like?
Uh, I'll say the very, very first show I did was Tech Nine. Crazy Tech Nine concert, because I don't know if you ever been to one of his concerts, but he's insane with the whole face painting and the pyrotechnics and everything's just insane. Um, yeah, that was my first show. Um, did it downtown Windsor. Um, it was a good experience, man. I just loved it. You know, I started moving on to doing university concerts with NLE, Rich the Kid. Um, we got Swear Lee coming in a couple days. So yeah, it's been a good experience.
So what was that experience like opening up for Tech Nine? No, I know you say he had the face paint and everything else. How was the crowd receiving you? How was they receiving him? What was your expectations of that first show?
Oh man, to be honest, I was so nervous because it's my first show. I didn't know what to expect, but the crowd definitely hyped me up because the song I performed, it was actually crazy. I performed a Spanish song there, and they were actually going crazy. They're going super crazy. So yeah, the reaction was just out of this world. The crowd was hyping me up, and then Tech Nine came on stage and shouted me out. Like we had a bunch of openers. I was like the best one, so he shouted me out. So it was real good.
So you got records where you just rapping in Spanish?
Yeah. I got I'm a little Hispanic, so I be speaking Spanish on a couple songs, you know, trying to mix it up, get that back home market.
Nice, nice. You speak any other languages fluently besides Spanish and English?
French, I can speak French.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you trilingual.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's amazing, man. So we ain't gonna get to all that. I'm about to ask you regular questions. Shit, let's keep it on music. So you got any French records though?
I don't have no French records at the moment. That's something I'm gonna be working on in the future though, for sure.
But they don't hit the same?
Oh yeah. It's gonna hit. It's all gonna hit.
Oh, nice. So you got this record out right now, Mortified,
Yep.
really big. You taking it everywhere too. I'm watching you right now. You all across the Midwest with it. You tapped in with us. How did this record come about?
So honestly, we're in the studio, going over a bunch of beats, routine. So, um, one beat stuck out to me. Like I'm a strong believer when if you got the right beat, the melody will speak to you. Like I believe that's why some artists just can make songs in 5 minutes. You know, you hear all the time artists, I made this hit in 5 minutes because the beat was speaking to them. When the beat speaks to you, it's so easy. It just flows like water. So, you know, and I was going through some personal things at the moment. So basically, as soon as I heard that beat, I instantly knew what the topic was, how I wanted the song to go. I already had the chorus in my head, just how to work with the verses. And yeah, that's how it came about.
Nice. And from there it was up. So when you let your friends hear it first, you let the world hear it first. Who was the first person to heard this here record?
So the engineer, obviously, right? So the engineer, but after that, I had to send it to Mama Bear, get my mom's opinion on it. Uh, yeah, just all my close friends and stuff. I just shared it with my close friends, got their opinion on it. They're like, "Yo, you should take this further. That song's a hit. You know, has the potential to be a hit. So do what you can with it." And that's exactly what happened.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to get into it. I think we're about to get it queued up right now. Candy, you tapped in with it? Bet. Hey, we about to get into this right now. Brand new record. Mortified right here, Connects Radio. Let's get it.
Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Instagram on 100 bands. City girls in the summertime. Casamigos and a couple friends. And they all down to number 10. It's alright, but I understand. Small life, big world with a lot of plans. Go ahead, get them dollars then. More bread, do it all again. Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Yeah, she got her own views. Girl, I'm really fucking with the old you. Heard you fucking with your friends and not your old dude. He ain't no bands, I could've told you. You know I treat that like a soul food. Yeah, old habits. New money with a gold casket. That means it's never changing my own brackets. No names, just cold captions. With the whole gang, I might go active. Just do your thing, no practice. This all pain, this all passion. I ain't wanna entertain on corny rappers. I showed her the chain, she got horny after. I guess she got a thing for a local chopper. Or maybe it's the name, that's the only factor. Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Shorty gon' feel so mortified. Why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? Shorty gon' feel so why you gotta feel so ooh? We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? So, I give for so. We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life? So mortified. We used to be. How you gonna leave out my life?
And it was brand new music, Peso Benji's Mortified right here, Connects Radio Show. What's up?
Hey, my guy, what's going on? What's going on? I love that song, man.
I definitely love that record, man. I hate to hear men going through it though, with these women. So you made the record, you grieved a little bit, you celebrated a little bit. You gotta give us some relationship advice now that you moved on, man.
Hey, number one thing I can say is sometimes it might feel like the world's ending. It's not. Got to get in your bag. Get in your bag. Everything's feel better when you in your bag.
Hey, that's what's up. So I'm gonna dig more into I got a few more relationship questions right quick, man, because maybe you can help us through our situations, man. So first and foremost, relationships. You going through phones, what you doing? They going through your phone, y'all got passwords.
Uh, First of all, it's like this. If I should be going through your phone or you should be going through my phone, by all means, like to help a shorty clear her mind for sure. But to me, it's like that shouldn't even be happening. You should be able to trust me. You know what I mean? It's like if someone threw a frisbee and it's about to hit your head, and I said duck, but you're gonna sit there and ask me 50 reasons why you should duck, and then it hit you. You know what I mean? In that type of sense, right? So it's like, yeah, it's
All right.
just
So outside of Valentine's Day, what's the most important holiday for relationships?
um. Let's see. I'd say mm, I would have to say something like Thanksgiving or Christmas. Uh, Thanksgiving just because the whole, you know, just to be thankful for the people around you and everything. Thankful for family and stuff. Christmas brings a certain magical feeling, especially in the winter. You got all the Christmas lights, little couple stuff, you know.
Okay. I feel with the Thanksgiving thing too, because that's when you take the shorty to the family and they decide if they rock with her, and if even if they do or they don't, it kind of lets you know if she gonna break bend or fold if they ain't rocking with her, you know,
Exactly,
and if you're
exactly.
gonna stand behind her. And same thing with Christmas. You doing so you the type of guy you do the matching pajamas with him, you do the whole thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do all that, all that. Yep.
All right, man. So out there in Canada, we know about Drake, we know about you, we don't know about the others, man. Well, we know about Tory Lanez.
Mm.
Well, who are some of the others, man? Yeah, breaking through right now. I want you to give me some insight on the others.
Oh man, there's a bunch of artists. You have like artists named Girk One, Most Laddie, Giuliano Solis. You have um, Gustavon, Pressa. You have so many artists out there. that are just, that's another thing. See, in Canada, like Northside Benji's, like there's so many artists that are just crazy in Canada. We have a lot of talent from there, but every one of the names I just mentioned are all top tier artists.
Now, do they ever get booked in Detroit since it's so close?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. A lot of artists from Windsor gets booked in Detroit for sure, definitely. Yep.
So outside of Detroit, where other cities actually like just gravitate towards Canadian music? So we already know Detroit's right across the way. What else?
It's actually crazy because when I was down south, I heard a lot of southern states playing Canadian artists Tory Lane the weekend, like Atlanta, Alabama, even. So I noticed the South likes Canadian artists as well.
It's crazy, man. So sports wise, so like American sports that you guys are intertwined with, like football, baseball, all that.
Oh yeah.
What's like the biggest American sport out there in Canada?
I would have to say football. I would have to say football. But like yeah, football has to be football. Football and then hockey.
You mean like American football, right?
Yeah, yeah, American football.
'Cause I know
Yep.
y'all got a little weird with that football term some places, but
No, yeah, 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 yeah.
so that's great. Y'all don't even have a football team though, man, or do y'all?
No, but we need one. I don't know why we don't have one. We need an NBA team. We need a NFL team. We're right there next to the D, right?
I mean, like the whole Canada don't have an NFL team, right?
Yeah, all of Canada don't. Yep.
So who do y'all usually gravitate towards? Is it just the Lions for y'all and like other people with whatever state they close to?
Exactly. Like New York, they're close to. I mean, Toronto, they're close to New York. So Buffalo to be exactly. So they'll be on the Bills, right?
Hey, okay.
And then out in Vancouver, they're right next. They're border with Seattle, so they go with the
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yep.
All right, man. So you spent some time in America, though, man. Like you said, you've been down south. You out in Detroit a lot. Um, what's some of your favorite cities you like to travel to?
Chicago, Indianapolis is crazy. Um, Ohio, like Cleveland, that's a beautiful city. Um, to be honest, there hasn't been a state or city I went to yet that I haven't liked or haven't liked the vibe.
Okay. Well, you're working with one of the biggest right now in the industry, the number one music influencer in the Midwest, who is Big Health. How is that experience and how did y'all link up?
Oh man, it's crazy. First of all, shout out to Big Hef, man. That guy's just been amazing. He's been going overtime with us. We on this tour right now. Man, none of this would have happened without him. It's crazy, Song just, like I said, I'll be in the States, so I was trying to make a buzz over here already. Like I'm the type to go and get it. I'll go and get it. So I guess he just heard about my music from some mutual friends and yeah, just presented me with an opportunity. I couldn't refuse. So yeah.
Nice. You got a feature on the way, a major feature. Could we talk about it? Are we allowed to talk about this feature?
Um um let's just keep we might have to keep it a surprise. We might have to keep it a surprise.
You got a secret feature on the way. Outside of this secret feature, you got any major features coming up that we can discuss?
Um at the moment right now I just been so I'm a chill in the dark type of guy. What I mean by that is like I like to surprise a lot of people. I like seeing the shocking value on people's faces and just like the initial reaction. So you can definitely look forward to me working with a bunch of artists in the future, 1,000%.
I bet. And how can we find you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere?
So you guys can follow me on all platforms at Peso Benji's PESOBENJIES. That's on all platforms and social media.
Hey, bro, I want to say I appreciate you for typing in with us. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Whobeta. Christian Mingle, I love Jesus at Whobeta. Singlemilfs.com. I love mothers at Whobeta. Just tap into me everywhere, guys. I appreciate you, Peso Benjis. Hey, it's been a pleasure. Anything you want to leave us out with?
I want to say shout out to Concord Entertainment, Charvet the Don, the biggest CEO there is. Shout out to Big Hef, my team, Mad Studios, Sugar Shad, Windsor, Ontario. Shout out to the Connectz Radio Show for having me here, bro. I really appreciate this, man.
And shout out to Uncanny, man, the real Uncanny everywhere, not the fake. Shout out to him for allowing this platform for all of us, man. Just right on. Salute.
Okay.
Uncanny, you there?
You know, it was kind of weird when we made that record. We sitting in a little bitty apartment over there off Delmore and 170. I forgot the name of them apartments when I was creating that album, Jackpot. Me and Sham. The produce track star. We used to just sit in the house eating Emo's pizza, watching Baby Boy. We used to just sit there, do that, and make music. So he was on the drums, you know, just hitting the beat like doom, 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 and all that, man. We was just sitting there like, what you doing? I mean, chilling, man. We just mumbling it, you know, and it was just weird. I had this young lady over there, so he was like, say this part. What you doing? I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? It just came about though, and it was a big record, man. So you know, that's what's up. Okay, how was the experience working with Snoop Dogg? You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a legend, definitely an icon. So how was it like working with him on your first project? The experience working with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was always a favorite rapper of mine since he came out. 187 on the Undercover Cop, you know, Doggy Style, all that. I always liked Snoop's style. So I always wanted to work with Snoop throughout what I was doing, period, when I wasn't on to when I got on. So Holiday. And I was listening to it and just like, who can we get on this? And I thought to myself, Snoop, see how to say this hook. So you know what I'm saying? Reached out to him, got him on there, got Chris on there. We let Chris Holiday in. That was a huge record right there, man. I got to say, you know, it was kind of weird when we made that record. We sitting in a little bitty apartment over there off Delmore and 170. I forgot the apartment. I was creating that.
a huge record right there, man.
When your wife was signed to Diddy.
Too hot, lady. Gotta run for shelter. Gotta run for shade.
Tell me you ain't on these goddamn Diddy tapes.
Too hot.
These goddamn freak off Diddy tapes. Tell me you ain't doing no weird shit back in the day.
What's the freaking heck? Oh my god! Like,
Tell me you ain't on these fucking tapes.
I mean, tapes. He recorded them.
Fuck out of here.
Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. I gotta say, it was you know, it was kind of weird when we made that record. We sitting in the living. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. I gotta say, it was you know, it was kind of weird when we made that. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. I gotta say, it was. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. I gotta say, it was you know, it was kind of weird when we made that record. We sit. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record. Right there, man. I gotta say, it was you know, it was kind of weird when we made that record. We that's Holiday Inn, that was a huge record. Holiday Inn, that was. Holiday Inn, that was a huge record right there, man. I gotta say, it was you know, it was kind of weird when we.